Mm. You know, there's something that I actually agree that Kevin Samuels used to say all the time on his shows. He used to say this about modern day women. He used to say that modern day women uses shame, guilt, insults, and the need to be right. Once again, modern day women they tend to use shame, guilt, insults, and the need to be right. Today on this podcast, we once again is talking about Ellie So. Um, that's why this episode is 3.0. So we're going to talk about Ellie So again. The reason why we're going to want to talk about her once again is because once again, unfortunately, Ellie So once again used modern day woman behavior once again. This all occurred when Ellie So yesterday went on to a content creator known as Here for the Tea panel. And when she went on to Here for the Tea panel, she began to discuss certain things that was happening between her and Davin and her feelings about it in other situations regarding that overall situation with them. So what we're going to do tonight on this podcast is that we are going to revisit that show, preferably that segment where Ellie Show showed up to Here for the Tea panel, and she had a conversation with Here for the Tea. What I'm going to do today on this podcast, I'm going to where we're going to listen to her commentary on this, and also I'm going to show y'all how Ellie Soul was using the very same approach that Kevin Samuels was saying about modern day women, which is using shame, guilt, insults, and the need to be right. Then, last but not least, I'm going to once again talk about this accountability part because when I was tuned in to Here for the Tea show last night, and I mentioned about accountability, and one of the viewers had a different perspective about accountability. So we're going to we're going to unpack that, and we're going to dive into about the accountability part and why I say that Ellie So needs to take accountability. All right. So we got a lot to unpack on this episode. So let's go ahead and dive into this commentary. All right. We're gonna listen to this, and I'm not gonna show the actual video. We're gonna listen to the audio version of this commentary. All right. So let's go ahead and dive into this. I'm gonna be stopping this and giving you my perspective about this, and we're gonna break this thing down, and that's gonna be it. So let's go and get into it.
Hi, Ellie.
Hello.
Hey, love. How are you?
Hey, I'm good. How are you?
Good. Thank you so much for coming up. So,
Honestly, I've been trying so hard not to come on these channels because I know it's surrounded by so much drama. I genuinely fuck with you.
oh,
I
thank
feel
you.
like you're not biased.
Okay.
Um,
A
and
lot of people think I'm biased, but thank you. Go ahead.
I mean, I don't know. Maybe maybe you are biased, and I'm just saying that because you tend to call out the shit when you see it. I'm not really sure.
Hmm.
Um, but yeah, it's been a lot for me to deal with. I'm trying so hard not to stand up for myself. And it's a difficult thing to do because a lot of you guys are very ruthless in the way that you speak of people's real lives. And I know that it's all just commentary and it's all just fun and games and but it's like it's not. So it is hurtful. Um and then when you guys talk about I can't control what you guys talk about, but
Okay.
um I have to see this shit play out in front of me.
Yes.
And it's
Okay, before we go deeper into this conversation, I do want to bring this up. Right off the back, she had mentioned to her for the tea. about how the way her pretty much how Here for the Tea is taken up for her, where Here for the Tea is doing commentary and Here for the Tea is pretty much defending her. The reason why I'm bringing this up is because this goes with the first point about the validation. Now, I mentioned this before on this podcast about Ellie So that one of the main things that she is looking for is validation. It's the whole reason why she has her IG account. It's the whole reason why she have a YouTube channel. And I also believe that was the whole reason why initially she had linked up with Davin to do the mukbangs and stuff. It's all for validation. Because at the end of the day, it's about um, her receiving the validation. I also mentioned this on my show before that the type of validation that Ellie Soul is looking for is not monetary validation, which I adequately had articulate that on my last episode dealing with Ellie Soul. It's not money value, but the validation that she's looking for is pure validation. Once again, it's pure validation, meaning that she's looking for people to validate her. She feels comfortable in her space when people are in agreements with her. As long as people are in agreements with her, she is fine, and she don't feel as though she's being attacked. But the moment when people cross that particular boundary that she has set for herself regarding this, then that's when it becomes hurtful. That's when she becomes upset. That's when she has the need to come out and do this alleged coming out and revealing the truth so she can be the victim, like I stated before. Now, once again, in this commentary between her and Here for the Tea, this situation, unfortunately, it's still no different. So let's continue.
As much as I want to heal and move on, I'm so sorry.
Oh, it's okay.
Oh yeah. Also, in this particular part of this segment, and she's gonna be doing this a lot in this segment, is that she's gonna be stopping and she's going to want to be crying. Then she's gonna stop crying. Then she's gonna become upset. Then she's gonna cry again. Then she's gonna be upset. The reason why she's doing that is because that is, unfortunately, that is another form of a behavior that modern day women do, and this still goes for what I'm talking about. It's this pure validation that I'm talking about. So what she do is that she's going to use her emotions to trick people into connecting with her emotionally instead of connecting with her logically. And so she's going to pretty much cue herself every single time throughout this conversation to cue herself to cry. And the cry's just going to be briefly, just so people could feel her emotions long enough. But let's continue.
No, I get so mad because I could never get on a fucking panel and not cry.
I can only imagine. And you know, one thing about it, I've always said I don't like when people try to discredit your pain. I've always stood by that. You know what I'm saying? Like, how can you tell somebody how to feel, you know, when their experience? You know what I mean?
Yeah. As much as people think that I have outed this man, I haven't. That's the craziest part of it all. And I literally unblocked him today and I sent him a message like, I'm
Wow.
gonna beg you for the sake of my family, my mother that probably is going to have to see this shit unfold online nasty, because I will post everything. I will post the conversations I had with your mother. Do not put me in the place where I made a promise to your mother I would not tell the world what our reality was and what you did to me. You're really pushing me to that point, and I've been begging you since the beginning. I don't want my family to know what the fuck happened.
Oh
I've
my
been
God.
asking you not to push me to that point, and it's like to see him use my friends and fucking put them on their platform and whatever. Like, if you need to pay your fucking bills, pay your bills. I don't
Mhm.
understand why you have to toy with me. And what you guys do not know is even I blocked him in the beginning. He was messaging me on Instagram. Yes, I posted those fucking messages, and then I blocked him there. And he found, I don't even know how, but some sort of app that you can text people from random goddamn numbers. So, yeah, I've been constantly being taunted, constantly.
Wait,
Like, what?
okay. Okay, pause. So he's been contacting you from different numbers?
Yes,
Wow.
yes.
Wow.
It'll be random numbers, and when I go to check the number, it'll say it's connected to some app that generates a phone number.
Wow.
Now, real quick, I do want to bring this up too. I need to do a show on this, and I probably should have did a show on this, but I didn't. But I did post on my community wall that Dalvin had a conversation with his mother, and when we had a conversation with his mother on her show, his mom had mentioned about his past relationship, and his reply on that was that he was never in a relationship. The reason why I'm mentioning this is because this is the reason why Ellie So is on this panel talking to Here for the Tea right now, because of what Dalvin had said, basically saying that he was never in a relationship. So by him saying that, it triggered something into Ellie to want to once again speak out. So I just wanted to real quick mention that because once when I do my full breakdown and commentary on this, it's all going to unfold. It's going to make sense. All right, so let's go.
Wow.
So it's like they're like, "Why are you still talking to him?" I don't. I don't even respond to these messages. But it's like it's been nonstop taunting, whether it's in my private life or seeing it happen publicly, and you're using my friends and whatever. Again, make it how the fuck you need to make it. But for me, as much as I try to move on, and then I see this shit like Deja, who I don't care about that girl. Honestly, I knew her for a month. Yes, she helped me escape. Yes, she was a part of my plan. That
No.
is there is no lie in that. There is no lie in the fact that she was a part of the plan. And if she figured it out at the end, that's complete shit because she knew she was a part of the plan while it was happening. Okay?
When you say she
Um
was a part of the plan, that means your escape from
I
oh boy.
escaped in the middle of the night. I absolutely did. I packed my little bag. You don't understand. Nobody knows the life I was living. We had cameras in the bathroom. We had cameras in every room. I
Okay, all right. So let's unpack this particular situation that she's talking about. She's mentioning to her for the tea that she was in Davin's house. Now I know that through my research and stuff that her and Davin was living together. I believe that they was living together for about a year. Um, So she's mentioning the point that since she was living with him, right, that the living situations wasn't suitable to her. Dalvin, he had cameras all over the house, including the restroom. She how the way she's mentioning to her for the tea, she mentioned it as though that she was a part of a cult, that she was actually part of a cult, and she wasn't too much aware of that she was a part of a cult, but when she became aware of that, she felt like she was a victim. She felt that she was trapped, and she felt that she needed a way to get out. Now, my only problem about this perspective that she's giving is that if she knew that from I say this, if she knew this from at least starting from the first month of living with David, right? Why did she didn't try to escape then? That's my question. If she knew that all these type of living arrangements and stuff as she entered into his household was in these conditions that wasn't suitable to her, right? Then why did she stay in it for a year? Now I when I was listening to this commentary on Hereford Tea panel, different people had different perspectives about this because this was actually brought up. All right. And so a lot of people, especially I had to say it, especially women, they came to the conclusion that sometimes women would do the weird and strangest things for the man that they care about and love. Which this statement is true that women will do the strangest things for men that they care about and love. Men will do the same thing as well too. But however, at the same time, that's why it's important. That's why it's very important to use logic and reasoning and emotional intelligence in whatever type of situation that you're dealing with. If she knew right off the bat that she was in a situation that it felt uncomfortable, she felt like that she was a prisoner in that household. She felt like that she was trapped. She felt like that she was part of a cult. That right off the bat, she should have been left that household a long time ago. But the question is that why she didn't leave. Furthermore, the question is why did she stay as long as she did? Now, keep in mind, like I stated earlier about Ellie Sold, I told y'all that the reason why Ellie Sold is doing, her social media stuff is not because of money, but it's because of the validation. So, since Ellie Soul has the money and the resources and people who care about her, right? Why she didn't utilize them resources right then and there at the moment where she felt uncomfortable? Why she didn't just say that, hey, Davin, this ain't what it is, bro. I'm feeling trapped. I'm feeling a prisoner. You got these cameras around, and you're just feeling weird to me, and I'm just not feeling this. So since I'm not feeling this, I'm going to, just call it a quits right then and there. I'm going to leave, and we could still date and do our own thing, but I'm not going to live with you unless you're willing to compromise and change the situation where it could be comfortable for both of us, or we could work with an agreement to where we could have certain things happening in this household where it be comfortable for both of us. But due to her commentary that she's talking with here for the tea, right? I could tell right off the bat that that conversation never happened. She never had that conversation with Davin, because if that be the case, she wouldn't have to go through this elaborate scheme or elaborate plan to quote unquote escape something that she was never trapped in to begin with in the first place. I honestly believe that she had every opportunity to leave at any given time, but I believe that she chose not to do that. And there's a reason behind that. Now, here's another question too before I continue with the commentary. Another question is this: either uh, is Ellie lying about her resources, meaning that is she lying about that she's really not well off like she says she is? Because the only other logical reason that I could think of that any person, especially a woman, would stay in an uncomfortable situation if they honestly do not have the actual resources to move on. That's the only reason that I could think of. That meaning that she could be possibly capping that she really don't have the money like she says she do. And so she had to put up a plan to save up money and save up money through this time frame so she could finally get out and leave. That's the only logical conclusion that I could think of. Because other than that, if she had the money, it is no excuse in the world for her to stay in that uncomfortable situation. So far in this situation, I'm just gonna be real about it. I'm calling cap on her on this. So, but let's continue.
Could not
Right.
go anywhere I'm not gonna get into the why and I'm not gonna get into
Okay,
the how
that's
because
fair.
again, I have a family, I have a mother, I have people that have to listen and watch this shit. And he has a
Mhm.
Mhm.
mother at the end of the day. I actually love his family. I actually spoke to his mother and I promised her I would not do this to her son.
Mm.
And it was at the
Wow.
time, it was actually not to spare him. But yes, at the moment I did spare him. I'm still sparing him till today.
I can
So
tell.
when I say leave me the hell alone, I literally want to move on with my life. But it's so hard to constantly have people pull shit up and constantly parade it as if my life is a fucking joke.
Mm.
Longer
Wow.
in that space. When I said I was no longer in that space, I'm not. I have genuinely moved on, but y'all keep fucking picking my scabs and y'all think I'm just gonna lay down. I'm not.
I get it, Ellie. I get it. I totally get it. So basically, what I'm getting from
So the be honest, even on this part where she's talking about that she honestly moved on, but she's having an issue that people keep on reiterating certain things that are happening in their life or reiterating situations that happened in the past between her and her relationship. Now, to be honest, and this comes to the accountability part that I've been talking about. To be honest, let's be real about it. Let's be absolutely real about it. The only reason why people are talking about it is because Ellie and Davin put it out there. Let's be real. No one on the YouTube streets wouldn't know anything about their alleged situationship. Like I said too that they quote unquote wasn't in a quote unquote relationship. She may have thought that there was in a relationship because there was sexual intercourse involved with it, but there was never in a relationship. There was in a situation ship or there was in a alleged partnership. That's why I said before, and I say it again. There was never in a relationship. That was in a quote unquote type of partnership. So she may have been thinking that they was in a relationship, but in Davin mind, nope, not at all, not at all. But this whole thing about her going back and sending up her again, once again saying that she want to be left alone. I mean, to be honest, since she had made his bed, she got to lay in it pretty much. Since she decided to make that choice to partner with Davin to do commentary with Davin and to announce their alleged situationship. Announced their alleged situationship with thousands and thousands of people who are watching on here, so people have their own personal perspective. That is not the people's fault. That is their fault. They did that. They chose that. Do y'all know that it's other content creators right now who are in relationships, right? And they are not they didn't even announce the relationship on, social media at all. They don't take pictures. They don't, do none of this stuff because they came to the conclusion that their personal and private life is going to be separated from their life as being content creators. And so they don't expose themselves. They don't, do all this, other weird stuff like how Davin and Ellie was doing. So once again, this is just a type of bed that Ellie got to understand. This is the type of bed that Ellie had to take accountability from on her end, learn from it, and choose to move on. But that's if she chooses to do so. But so far, dealing with modern day women, as much commentary I done did about modern day women, one thing that I know for sure about the behavior of modern day women is this is that modern day women do not want to immediately move on from their toxic situation. They want to hold on to it as long as possible, as long as they can hold on to it and people could want to console them and people could validate them and make them feel good emotionally. They will hold that on to their grave, and either to their grave or until they finally decide to adult up and mature. And that is through my experience with, just talking with modern day women and, just dealing with them as well too. But let's continue.
is that you have really been trying to be low key about this whole situation, but he keeps like poking basically with his constant videos. And maybe you're probably still getting, messages from your followers, your subscribers, like, oh my God, did you see this? Did you see
Yes,
that? Is that true? Are
yes.
people sending you stuff?
Absolutely. I get messages, I get tagged, I get this, I get the nasty shit, I get people
Mhm.
that I have to block on the daily. I guess his freaking minions. I have people calling me out of my name. Which again, that doesn't really bother me, but it's literally like I think the day he posted a video about like, oh, should I bring another girl on the channel? He was literally texting me, telling me how it was the love of his life and how he wanted me back. So it's like I'm
Wow.
tired. I'm tired.
Wait a minute. Hold up. Did it not she said earlier that she had Davin blocked? She had blocked Davin from, everything. She blocked him from social media and all the stuff there. And she was saying allegedly that Davin ended up creating other accounts or numbers, whoever the heck she was talking about, where he still was able to text right. So my question is, if he's continuing to have access to stuff right and you're allowing that, then why are you constantly making yourself become the victim instead of doing what you have to do to solve the problem? If it's that serious, if you believe that this man is allegedly doing these things where he's harassing you, he's making you feel extremely uncomfortable, he's giving you all this beta male energy and stuff, right? Where it's becoming toxic, narcissistic, then it's up to you as a woman to do your due diligence to protect yourself. If it means for you to block them from all media assets, then do what you got to do. If it means for you to change your number, then do what you got to do. If it means for you to take all the information that you can gather and stuff, and he's doing this stuff, and you want to go and create a police report, then you do that. Even if it means for you to even go further than that and create restraining orders and different things like that, if it is that serious where you are feeling extremely uncomfortable, where it is messing with you mentally and spiritually, then it is up to you as a woman to do your due diligence to prevent that behavior from happening, whatever it takes to prevent that behavior for happening. But so far, there's like I say, this in this commentary, I don't see Ellie doing what she had to do to finally let go and have her peace. So far, all I hear is a angry modern day woman who deep down inside want to stay connected to this toxic behavior that is happening with her right now. Because just like I say before, and I say it again, all this is part of the validation that she wants. All of it's part of the validation that she wants. She wants this toxic behavior. She want Davin to text her either from her phone or create these IG accounts and different things like that. She desired for one Davin, as she adequately said, Davin minions to hit her in a DM and make her feel some type of way. She want that because if she didn't want it, she'll do her due diligence to prevent it from happening, no matter what. But so far, I don't hear that in this conversation. All I hear is just her trying to once again play the victim role. And I'm just being real about it. And also, everybody who are tuned in as well too. And I've been doing commentary on Ellie So and Davin and stuff, right? I do want to give tell y'all this as well too. I don't. I'm not a Dalvin fan, by the way. You know what I'm saying? Even though, I may mess around and, say things like Dalvin is American hero and all the stuff there. I may say some things jokingly and stuff, but when it comes down to it, I'm not a Dalvin's fan. I couldn't care less about that Negro. And I said this before about him, and I say this again about him. Right off the bat, just by me researching him as well, too, I know that he's a beta male. And I know that he resembles beta male energy and behavior. I know that. I know that. But how the way he move, how the way he operate, how the way he communicate, I know that he's a beta male. Without shadow of doubt, he is. Narcissistic, no. Beta male, yes. Absolutely he is. So I'm not on no team Dalvin or anything like that. All I am is on team truth, period. So I got to call out the accountability on both parts, but particularly the reason why I'm going hard on Ellie is because she is the one who is allowing that beta male Dalvin to manipulate her every single time. And it's weird. It's really weird too. Because normally it's the other way around. Normally it's the woman who manipulate the man. Normally it's the modern day woman manipulating the beta male men. But in this situation, it is him who's manipulating her to constantly trigger her to keep constantly coming out and going onto these people panels and different things like that and making a damn fool out of herself or making a jackass out of herself every single time. That's the reason why I'm talking about it. That's the reason why I'm talking about it, have a commentary, and that's the reason why I'm calling accountability for her. But let's continue.
Y'all don't know how much I've been played with, and I don't expect y'all to know. I don't expect anybody on this goddamn channel to understand shit that I've been through because y'all haven't been through it with me. Okay? But stop asking me to bring the receipts or shut up about it. Because at the end of the day, there's a reason why I'm not bringing the receipts. And the only people know are the people who are involved. And that is my family and his family. The only people who actually deserve to be spared the fucking embarrassment. Allow me to move on.
Yes, I feel you.
At a point where it's like I'm so fucking over this shit, and it's like
And
I'm
here's
not
the
in
tears
that
again.
space, yo. Like I have genuinely moved on with my life, but I have to keep fucking talking about it and reliving this fucking nightmare. I'm tired. I'm done. I'm fucking exhausted. I'm at a point where I'm ready to fucking post it all just so y'all can leave me the fuck alone.
I'm so sorry, Ellie, that you had to actually go through that. And I hate that people,
I don't need anybody to be sorry for me. Like I don't
I know,
need the fuck.
It is to be honest with y'all, I was literally counting how long that Ellie was going to be in this state where she was faking like she was crying again. I counted exactly 10 seconds. How long she stayed in that state of her allegedly crying. 10 seconds. And right after that 10 seconds over, that's when Here for the Tea, she started feeling her emotions. And once when Ellie felt that, then she told me, well, she changed. She wasn't crying no more. She became enraged again. But I don't need nobody to feel sorry for me. I just want people to leave me alone. I'm just saying, like, to be honest, Ellie might have missed her calling of being an actor for real. If she was probably an actor before, I don't know because I don't know Ellie's full history. I also only know what she present on social media. But Ellie could be an actor for real. I ain't lying. She really can. She really can.
I know.
I don't. At the end of the day, when I've been through, a lot of fucking women have been through it. I don't care. I don't need the sympathy. I don't need the stories. I don't need y'all to spare me shit. At this point, let me fucking just disappear on this app. Let me move the fuck on, yo. It's exhausting.
So
Like
you
this
think
shit is exhausting.
I get it. So let me ask you this because of, since you've been on YouTube and, this whole situation with that particular individual, right? Do you feel like because of the arena of YouTube and how people do commentary or whatever the case is, do you feel like if you posted the receipts, got it over with, just said fuck it, like you know what, I'ma just post whatever it is that I have. Y'all can go on and say whatever y'all gotta say. I'm moving on with my life and that's it. Do you feel like that would be the best thing for you, or do you feel like you are still trying to hold a piece of, something to the point to where, okay, I said I wasn't going to post the receipts to certain, you told these certain individuals, like maybe his family, your family. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
So is it
I
going?
t
Is it getting to the point to where you're gonna be like, fuck it?
I mean, if it gets to the point where I feel like this is just not even fucking worth it, like at this point, I'm just going to have to have that conversation with my family and bring them in on what it was that happened to me, that I'm gonna have to fucking do that. But I don't want to. I don't want to do that. And I promised his mother I wouldn't do it. And I don't want to do this. I
More
don't
tears, huh?
want to.
So you still haven't really told your family what actually happened.
No, I haven't told anybody what actually happened. I haven't told anybody. There's people who know bits and pieces, like Deja, who she knows somewhat of what my nightmare was, which is why she was a part of my escape plan, which is why she helped me move my shit. Okay, so
Mm,
there are some people who know something. Now to sit around and act like, oh my
wait a
God, she
minute. Wait a
totally
minute. Hold on,
manipulated the
Ellie.
situation.
Pause. Pause,
Right.
Ellie. I gotta pause you right there. So you mean to tell me that Deja was a part of your escape plan from this individual, but she went back and did a video with him as if he's the innocent one?
Yes.
Wow.
Yes. Yes.
Wow.
Y'all don't know how
Wow.
much these people have toyed with me over fucking money. I know she wanted her channel going and whatever. You got it fucking going. And girl, I really hope that you get the fucking views that you want to get. And I hope that y'all all fucking continue to make it. Just please keep my fucking name out of your mouth. That's the one thing I ask y'all to do. If you
This is the I believe this is the part of the show when I actually had entered into here for the T chat, and I was on actually listen to the commentary. Now this part of the show I had put into the chat, and I said this to I said this in the chat. I said this to Ellie. If you are continue to continue your career as being a content creator, right? You're going to have to understand that by you being a content creator, people is always going to talk about you. People is always going to do commentary about you. And you have to understand that and you have to accept that. It is going to be no way possible that you're going to stop people from talking about you. As long as you continue to be a content creator, there's no way possible that you cannot stop that or prevent that from happening. So this is one of them things that if she want to continue on this path, this one of these things where, as the old people would say, put your big girl panties on, suck it up and deal with it. If if you allow people to constantly trigger you and control your emotions, them people will eat you up and spit you out every single time, especially on YouTube. And to be honest, and to be quite honest, as long as she keep on seeking validation from the YouTube content creators and also the subscribers and stuff too, she is going to always be into the space until she realizes that, hey, these people these people really 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 don't care about me. They really don't. They may sympathize with your situation, but they don't care about you. They truly don't care about you at all. When it comes down to it, these same people, especially the people who say that they are on your team and you don't even know them, and you know what I'm saying, you don't know them personally and stuff, but they say that they on your team, they're for you and all the stuff there. These same type of people, when it comes down to it, let you do let you do one thing that's gonna be considered out of pocket to them, and guess how fast they'll turn on you. I have experienced that. So let you just do one thing out of pocket. They will turn on you so fast, and they will chew you up and spit you out and laugh about it. So they like I say, if you're trying to be a content creator, you're trying to continue on this path, especially on YouTube, you have to understand that this is going to be a part of what it is. You got to understand that people is going to talk about you, people going to jump in your DMs. And the interesting part about this today, I don't understand why she's been triggered even about this DM part, which she's been having people jumping into her DMs on Instagram anyway prior towards her meeting Davin. So I don't understand why this is an issue now. Maybe because it's that she say Davin Minions who was doing it. I don't know. I don't know. But like I say, this is neither here nor there. But let's continue.
Want the clout, go get the clout from him. He's the fucking star, isn't he? He's the star of the show.
Girl, ain't nobody,
Go get clout from
he
him.
ain't no star, girl. Please,
Girl, he must be. He must be. Because
Girl,
apparently I'm a star
I
because he's
admit-
a fucking star. So if he's the star, keep talking about him, girl. He's gonna bring you to the top, right?
Baby, ain't nobody think about him. Okay. Well, I'ma just speak for me.
I'm so tired
Listen.
because it's like this. Let me tell you something. These people keep thinking I'm talking about him because I'm obsessed with him, because I want vengeance from him. Meanwhile, I've been fucking sparing this man this entire fucking time. And it's like I'm not stuck on this man. I moved on from this man. I've moved on, beyond on from this person. But me
I'm kind of curious too about why she keep reiterating that she's trying to quote unquote spare him. What's she sparing him for? What? From what to what is she trying to spare him from? Because she already did a show revealing that that he was bisexual. So what other situation that she's trying to spare him from? What other one situation that transpired that was so horrific that she's trying to protect him?
speaking on my fucking pain and me speaking on my experience with this man does not mean that I still want this man. What I want is for another woman never to experience what I've experienced. And if that makes me a fucking horrible person, then you could put me in that category.
Right. Can I ask you a question while I have you here? People like to use the reference as, okay, we talked about having an open relationship, right? We all watched that video.
Absolutely.
Clearly said, y'all clearly had this conversation in front of everybody, right? So
yes, we did.
The thing was the open relationship was revolving around maybe bringing another female into the relationship.
No,
it was never about another man. Okay.
No. You're wrong with both.
Okay.
The open relationship was never about bringing another woman or another man in the relationship. So when me and him first started talking, which now this is me going into the realm of honestly disclosing far more than I even care to, but just to address this shit once and for all, and I hope nobody ever brings this shit up again. When me and him first started, I was living in New York and he was living out there, but I was flying back and forth because my intentions was to move to Houston very shortly within that time frame. So the back and forth, we were kind of like, we were moving so fast, and he was just like, like if you really care about me the way that you want it, you want me to believe that you do, and you're really serious about this, and let's just move in together. And I'm like, no, I really want to go and get my own place. He insisted that we moved in together, and I felt like everything was moving very, very quickly. So we were like, you know what? Let's just take our time. So then he was like, for the sake of us making videos together, because he made it very clear, like, in order for you to be with me, you're gonna have to record with me. I had zero interest in being a part of this man's fucking YouTube channel. Okay.
And that right there, I had also mentioned that on my show as well too. That when I did my first commentary about Davin and Ellie, I mentioned that right off the bat that Ellie never did wanted to do mukbang videos with Davin. She never wanted to do that, and even when she was doing them videos with Davin, it had to be on her terms. This is why, and this went over a lot of people's head when I said this, right? But I'm saying it again. This is the reason why Dalvin had compromised his mukbang videos because originally in his mukbang videos he was just going to normal mom and pop restaurants or chain restaurants and doing reviews on them. But when Ellie came into the picture, he had to compromise with Ellie for the simple fact that Ellie did not want to do mukbang videos, but he started doing a lot of mukbang videos dealing with seafood because he knew that Ellie loves seafood. So wherever restaurant he went to, it had to be dealing with some type of seafood, whether it was crab legs, lobster, whether it was some type of Chinese restaurant that has some type of seafood in it. He had changed his mukbangs to center around Ellie, and I had mentioned that on my very first video that I did of this. And so by her saying that, this once again validate what I said in the beginning. And the crazy part about it, a lot of stuff that she's talking about, I said this. I had said this in the first video I did with him, said it in the second video I did with him, and I'm saying it in this video as well too. So that's that.
I had my own career and I really didn't want to. And he said his partner needs to support him because a woman sitting next to him makes him the most amount of money. Okay, me being his
Mm.
girl,
And I also said that as well too. That the reason why he chose the woman because that's what helped elevate his platform. I said it too in interviews, which is a good business strategy. By the way, I'm not knocking it, but I just know how it is.
I'm like, no problem. I'm gonna support you. I didn't think I was gonna end up having to do that shit every day of the week, but
Wow.
that's what it ended up being. But the initial understanding was I was gonna appear on the channel occasionally. And
Woo.
so he said, with me appearing on the channel, there was gonna be a lot of women that were gonna come up with shit trying to destroy, quote unquote, our relationship. So he was
Mm.
like, let's start off by saying we're in an open relationship. In case anything comes up, it doesn't embarrass you, it doesn't embarrass your family, and everything is cool. And then we go back and we say the relationship is closed. So I'm like, okay. And at that point, he was recording with his ex, which for me was very embarrassing. And
Mhm.
so to make it an easier pill for my mother and my family to swallow, I was like, you know what? Us actually, me not going full blown and claiming you at the moment is actually great. So we know what the relationship is
Mhm.
privately. Let's let everyone else believe whatever it is, and then later on we close it. His
Okay, so to my understanding, she is saying that when she talking about an open relationship, she not talking about an open relationship to where um either she bring a dude and he bring a woman and all of them have sex together. That's not, to her understanding, that is not what she's talking about. To her understanding, she's saying open relationship, meaning that they're not official yet, meaning that they still can go out and talk to other people as they so choose to do so. That's what she's talking about having a open relationship. And it had nothing to do with the sexual part and stuff like that people are rumoring it to be. And so she is saying that after when they made the agreement to have an open relationship, and also Dallin validated this by saying that, hey, it's gonna be people coming out, and the people that he's talking about is pretty much internet trolls, where they're gonna come out and try to damage the relationship. So he believed from a business perspective that if he revealed that they're in a open relationship, which he should have had emphasized what the open relationship is, meaning that they were free to date other people, then there wouldn't be no confusion about people assuming that an open relationship means something sexual.
parents called immediately and was like, what is this about? And he was like, it's just for the channel, it's just content. They're gonna
Wow.
go crazy when they hear about it. They're gonna blow up, it's gonna blow up, it's gonna go crazy, we're gonna get the views, and then we're gonna come back and say it's closed. Like, we're not really in an open relationship. Me and him was never in an open relationship. If y'all
Are you
listen,
serious,
if y'all
Ellie?
listen y'all listen to the videos, go back and listen to the videos. He literally, even his brother was like, he's not the type of person to go for that. He says if somebody ever touches his woman, he's done with the relationship. Even when we spoke about open relationship, we said we were not open to anybody sexually. We were not open to, but if we ever got to that point, we would talk about it.
Right.
That's what the conversation was. So, and everybody was confused. They were like, "Why? What is this? Is it open? Is it closed? Is it?" Is it? Because we were so fucking confused. We couldn't sell the shit because it was a flat out lie.
Not a
Like,
lie.
Yeah, so like I say, Davin, once again, he's trying to use this as a business strategy because he know that negative content sells. So that's what he was doing. He was trying to sell it as though it's an open relationship. That's why he never went into detail stating what an open relationship means to them, meaning that they were just only free to date other people, but they really wasn't exclusive. He never said that. Then also, I do agree with Ellie on this one too, about that Davin would never go for an actual real open relationship. I do agree with her on that. The reason why is because once again, Davin is a beta male. Beta males do not do open that type of open relationship. Beta males rather to stick with one woman at a time and deal with one woman at a time. That's what beta males do. That's why when Ellie made a statement saying, "Well, if he do this right, then he's going to feel some type of way. He's going to end the relationship." Yeah, because he's a beta male. Absolutely, because he's a beta male, and beta males don't go for open relationships like that. Alphas do, and of course, us sigmas, we'll go for open relationship as long as we know we can get something out of it. But betas, no, because betas is too hypersensitive for a quote unquote open relationship. So they rather deal with one woman at a time.
well, it was because it wasn't our reality. Our reality is I couldn't even fucking look at somebody else. So there was no
Wait a
way
minute.
we was
Hold
going
on,
for
hold
another
on.
relationship.
So, are you telling me this was a jealous man you was with?
I'm not going to get into anything else, but I will say
Yeah.
we were never privately in no open relationship. We did go with that, and again, I went along with it at the time because it was convenient for me, right?
Mhm.
um for me, my family was gonna, they were watching his videos, they were very confused, everything was happening so fast, and I'm
Mhm.
like, you know what, it's pretty fluid right now, like we're just taking it slow, was kind of
Mhm.
how I sold it. But
Mhm.
in the long run, I understood why he decided to go with that open relationship topic. He was setting me up for something I was not even aware I was being set up
Ellie.
for in the long run, because I had actually sat next to this man publicly and said I was in an open relationship with him. So I opened myself up in a way y'all can't even imagine what I
Woo.
lived after sitting on a public platform and actually saying we were in an open relationship, because as much as he promised me we were going to come out and say we were in a closed, that never fucking happened.
I wanna cry. My feelings are really hurt for you, Ellie. Like just listening to you right now, it really like makes my heart
All
hurt
this
even
modern
more for
woman
you.
energy.
My
Mm-mm.
heart was already hurt for you,
I hate to
honestly.
call it, but it is
But
what it
hearing
is.
you actually speak about this makes it worse. Like when y'all were actually in y'all's relationship, I would cringe sometimes because I didn't like the way that he would talk to you. I didn't like the way he treated you. And I was like,
Okay, real quick, let's talk about this again because let's revisit this again because I talked about this in the very first episode I did about Dalvin and Ellie. Let's talk about this. I'm saying that here for the tea and other women keep rehashing this about Dalvin's behavior towards Ellie, right? How the way he was talking to her, right? Now I'm say this, I said this before, and I'm gonna say this again. Dalvin is not a alpha male. He is a beta male, and also Dalvin is what is known as being obnoxious. Okay. That is part of Davin's character to be that way, to be obnoxious, to be playful, and all this stuff there. That is his that is his coping mechanism, if you want to call it that, of how the way he is. So people took that, right, preferably women too, took that as though as Davil was being abusive towards Ellie, but it really wasn't. That was just part of his personality. That's part of his character. Because once again, Davil, he's not an alpha male. Now, if he was an alpha male, then yeah, I would agree with every woman to say that this dude is verbally abusive to Ellie, and the things that he was doing to her was abusive. I would agree to that if he was an alpha male, but he is not an alpha male. He don't have that alpha male energy at all. So yeah, he was very obnoxious. He's a very obnoxious man, and that is part of his coping mechanism to for him to be himself, to be comfortable around people, especially comfortable around people that uh, he feel that he has some type of connection with. I'm pretty sure that Dalvin is the same exact way towards his family, but the reason why y'all don't see that side with Dalvin being that way towards his family is because he know that his family is connected with social media, and Dalvin want to keep a type of image about himself as well too. So that's why when he get around, even when he did the episode with B Love and stuff, with his mom and stuff, he was being more reserved because of that. But when he's around people like his friends or even the person that he quote unquote cared about, what I'm saying, which in this case is Ellie, then he's going to bring out his obnoxious side, and that's how he was doing. That was part of his character of being obnoxious, not being abusive towards her.
Why is she dealing with this? You know, like
Yeah.
I hated that for you. I'm like, you are way too beautiful, too smart, and too caring of a person. Like you seem like a caring, nourishing type of girl.
I am, and it wasn't always like that. Like, we would record videos, and sometimes he would do certain things that I guess was very clear to people how he was, but for
Yeah.
me privately
Like
at
the
first.
burrito. This is something that I bring up every time, Ellie, not to interrupt you. I don't
Yeah.
know if you watch my videos, but girl, when you had the remote challenge, and you was doing the pause thing, and he got
Yeah.
mad because you won the bet, and he slammed that burrito damn near down your throat, that triggered the fuck out of me. I will never forgive that. I was like, this dude is out of control. I'll never forgive that. And you stood, you sat
No.
there and you dealt with it, and you played the part.
I Hold up. I know this show is about Ellie, right? Well, my particular show is about Ellie right now, and I'm dealing with Ellie and her behavior and stuff, right? But I have to call this real quick. We're on here for the tea. I I honestly have to call this. We're here for the tea. What I'm gonna call on with here for tea is this: why is they particular situation so triggering to you? I know the reason why, but I'm putting it on here on social media, asking publicly on social media, why is they particular situation so triggering to you to the point where you want to defend everything that Ellie is doing, even it's things that Ellie does, and that some things that Ellie does is out of pocket too. So why is that so triggering to you? Now, like I say, I know the answer to the question. The answer to the question is this: the reason why it's so triggering to her is because it could be possible that Hereford T had experienced some type of traumatic event either in her personal life, or it could have been family members' personal life, or it could be one of her friends, or wherever the case may be. She could have had experienced that type of same traumatic event, and she's rehashing it into this current situation. Therefore, that's why she's more in agreements with Ellie. That's why she's picking up on every type of possible negative trigger and making it become as negative when it's really not that serious. You know what I'm saying? Like the last part about the burrito part that she's emphasizing about. You know what I'm saying? I seen that video as well too. And once again, like I said earlier, he was doing all that because not because he's an alpha male and he's a controlling or abusive. He did that because he is a obnoxious man. That's why he did that. So that is my theory on that. But based on just me seeing people in situations like this and people agreeing to that situation, I know, just without a shadow of doubt that normally when people be triggered by certain situations because they had dealt with a personal traumatic experience in their life. Either it happened in their life, their family life, or their friend's life, or somebody that they care about life as well too. And that's the reason why she be triggered about it or getting triggered by it. Because other than that, she wouldn't care. Because, like, at the end of the day, even though I'm doing commentary about this, but it's a reason why I'm doing this because this commentary is dealing with what I'm talking about all month long. Is dealing with this modern day woman behavior and the beta male behavior. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, I'm not triggered by this. This doesn't make me upset. It don't make me feel some type of way. It don't make me have a negative feeling about Ellie or Davin because I don't know them and I don't care. I'm not that vested in them emotionally to be so attached to every little situation that's going on with them that they're putting out here on social media. I mean, I'm just not. Or maybe it's just me, but I'm just not because I don't know them. They're not my family. Even if they were my family, I still wouldn't be triggered by that because I know at the end of the day, this is choices that they're making. They're controlling their destiny on this, not me. I have nothing to do with that. I have absolutely nothing to do with that. And so therefore I'm not gonna be all invested into it emotionally to get all upset and mad and talking down, on or whatever, But let's continue.
Whatever. I don't. You did whatever you had to do to get through it. I'm not going to judge you about it or whatever the case.
Nope. I
But
understand that I did whatever I needed to do to get through the entire fucking relationship. I did what I needed to do to get through that and to get home to my family.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Can I
So
ask you another question? Because a lot of people speculate the fact that um, you needed him for money.
I never needed
You
him for money. That's
right,
absolutely absurd and ridiculous.
right,
I
exactly.
mean, he met
So they
me and
say, oh,
I was whole. Are you kidding me? I
Yeah, I
paid
actually agree with her
$20,000 for my
on this. So she
fucking
never needed
teeth
for
for
money.
play. Like, don't play with me. Don't
ex-
play with me.
thank you, Ellie. And
I
see,
had all of that before this man. So when it comes
yeah,
to money, it's not a motherfucking problem. I live on an island currently. I fly back and forth whenever the fuck I want. I don't need his money. And that's why it was so easy for me to fucking pack up and leave.
come
Okay? When it
on.
comes to people being on the fucking
Hold up. And once again, this is where I'm calling cap on her about this too. That's why I'm calling cap on her about this too. Because once again, I agree with her on the part that she don't need money. But however, she did need him. She did need him. She didn't need him for the money, but she needed him for the validation. She needed him for the clout. That's what she needed him for. And to furthermore prove my point on this, right? Once again, she set up her telling her for the tea that I could have just pack up and left anytime I wanted. That's pretty much what she's saying. So if that be the case, that we go back and revisit this again about if that be the case, you're the one who's saying that you are a victim, you in this old David Koresh compound coat like environment and stuff, right? And you're feeling uncomfortable about that, why it took you a little over a year for you to leave when you know you could have left at any given time. And on top of that, you mentioned to here for the tea that you and this other girl, I guess, right? Y'all was conspiring to pack up your stuff and leave, right? Why did you have to wait till at night to leave when you know you could have left at any time? These are your words that you're saying. And so therefore, that's why once again, I'm calling cap on her about this.
The payroll, that's not me, honey. I was
Yeah,
never on his payroll.
come
What I
on.
was doing was supporting him. I never got paid for that shit, and I never needed to get payment for that shit. What I
Mm,
did leave was with my motherfucking channel. So when I want to get up and say whatever the fuck I want on my channel, I could do that. And if you want to judge me for it, I don't give a fuck.
And that validates my point about the validation part. That's what she was looking for. She was looking for the validation and the clout. She just said it. It wasn't about the money, it was about her channel and getting her channel up and running like she wanted to be. That's what it was about. And that's the reason why she stayed.
don't care because
come
I'm
on,
not his
Ellie.
ex. He can't control me the way he controls other people where they can't bash him or they can't say shit against him. No.
Mm,
I took control back in my life and I took my channel and I fucking left.
come on, Ellie. Come on, Ellie. I love it. I love it. I love
Then also she's sitting up here playing this once again, she's playing this victim role and stuff, right? Saying that she's pretty much emphasizing that she lost control of her life when she was in a relationship with this dude. I'm calling cap on that as well too. She never lost control of her life. She never lost control of her life. She may thought that because she relinquished submission towards him because she cared about him, but she never lost control of her life. Once again, that is another tactic that modern day women use. That shaming and guilt and insult tactic, and it need to be right. That modern day women use, so other people could sympathize and empathize with her. But like I say, she's capping. She's capping a lot on this part. Or if we want to be professional about it, she just lying like ain't nothing on this part. So
it. I love it. Let me tell you something. I'm so proud of you, and I hope you get through whatever it is.
then her and T is sitting up here now in this part having a conversation as though she's a survivor from what? As though she was a survivor or something. Like you're surviving what? This is not surviving R. Kelly, or this is not surviving Davin. Everything that you dealing with is stuff on. Like I say, this is based on your choice. You're choosing this. So let's be real about it.
That you need to get through. You said that you're not, not hurt by him anymore, whatever the case is. But I can
It's
only
not
imagine.
that. I can't ever downplay and say I'm not hurt by what happened to me because it's gonna take me a lifetime to
Tears coming.
heal from everything. But as
Oh,
far as him, I'm not there. I don't I fell out in love with him literally while still living with him. Like
wow.
those romantic feelings, those feelings of ever wanting him back. Girl, I couldn't stand this man. It made me sick to lay next to him. So please, like
It does fascinate me every single time when she cue herself to cry and she just instantly turn it off every single time. But at the time, everybody everybody who's listening to this last night, or everybody that was into, oh my God, she's crying, don't cry, Ellie. No, Ellie playing y'all. Ellie playing y'all for real. Then once again, she's going back re-emphasizing, talking about she done fell out of love, but yet she decided to stay there. Interesting.
the pain I'm in.
But she had all the resources to want to leave at any given time. Keep that in mind, y'all. She had all the resources to leave at any given time. So I want y'all to keep that in your mind.
Yeah, I'm gonna be in that shit for a while. I'm
Mhm,
gonna heal from that
mhm,
for a while, but it has nothing to do with him. It just has to do with everything that I endured.
mm.
So it's like I want the honestly, I just want these people to make their fucking video, make their money, and just continue on. Just continue on with life and leave me the fuck alone because y'all keep triggering me. And it's crazy because
And that's by
he
choice, by the way.
knows. So I don't know why he's playing with me. Like I'm really not gonna take it there because he knows he
Mhm.
knows how I am. And I
Yeah.
don't know if he wants me to to literally end myself in the process of ending him because he knows I'm gonna look the ugliest if I post all this shit. He knows I'm
Mm.
probably
Wait a minute, she was talking about ending herself. What does she mean by that? When she said she want to end herself and probably him, what is she talking about? I don't know if here for the tea and everybody caught on to that, but what is she actually meant by that, and why would she say that? Why would she say that she wanted to end herself and him and all this stuff? Is she talking about in a literal sense, or is she talking about career rise? Because if she's talking about career rise, then this once again validates my own point about what the modern day woman does to men, which is that when they be emotionally attached to a man and they feel like that they the victim and stuff, right? In order for them to go through their quote unquote healing, they want to dismantle everything about that man. They want to take away everything that man love, his career and all the stuff there. And now, if that's what she's talking about, then that's what it is. But if she's talking about something else, like literally ending him or ending his life and her life, then that's something that needs to be revisit in therapy for real. Because no person shouldn't put you into that situation where you want to create physical harm on that person if that's what she's talking about. Period.
gonna get the worst of it and he's still gonna
I
come out
don't
on
think
top.
so, though, Ellie.
Yeah,
You know what,
yeah, he
Ellie?
will.
I don't think that you will look the worst. I think he
No,
will.
I will.
I don't
I
think
will
so.
look the worst.
But why do you think that? Just give me like a short version of why you think you would end the worst, and if you were to
Because,
post like receipts.
well, for starters, I made a video about him being fucking bisexual and or practically gay. I don't know. He's probably flat out gay.
I think
And
I think so too. But
not yeah. And me not actually not knowing anything about it and finding out, just at a fucking pool. Um and people still blamed me for outing him. And it's like, yes, I came out and said I was dating someone that was bisexual and was down low with it. Somehow I'm in the wrong. Okay, this man put my health at risk, but somehow I'm a worse person than him because I put it out there that he's fucking endangering me and endangering other people as well. Somehow I'm the bad guy.
mm.
It's like,
See,
yeah,
I never
if
understood
I
that.
come out and I put my fucking pain out there and put what he did to me, oh, what did she do to deserve it? Oh, maybe it was this, or maybe it was that. They have a million excuses for men and as to why they mistreat women and why we deserve the shit that we get. So I'm sorry, it's just not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. That's a huge part of why I won't do it because I won't play myself like that for the fucking internet for lasting.
Or the reason why you're not going to do it is because at the end of the day, I honestly believe that you don't have nothing really super negative about Davin to present out there. I believe that your best play that you did is to try to expose that Davin is bisexual, which that is a textbook example of what every modern day woman does towards a man. It's two of the main things that a modern day woman does towards a man is to present that he's gay to prevent him from dating other women. That's the first part. And the second part, like I stated earlier, is for the modern day woman is to destroy his career or his own character as well too. So to be honest with you, the reason why you're not doing that because even on this show, to be really honest with you, even on this show, you had the opportunity to do that. Even when you did your show about revealing him being bisexual, you had the opportunity to do that. Even when you hit on other people's channel. Panel. I remember when you hit on what's the other content creator, Truth Hurt. I remember when you was on Truth Hurt panel, you had the opportunity to do that, but you was saying a lot of indirect things about him. You have plenty of opportunity to do that. Even right now, through your own platform, you have an opportunity to do that. But you keep saying that you don't want to do it, and you keep on using this excuse allegedly that you care about him. But you already said that you have fell out of love with this dude. You already said you don't want to have nothing to do with this dude. So therefore, it is nothing holding you back from expose whatever you saying allegedly that you want to expose about him. But the reality of it is this is that I believe that she don't have nothing. I believe her best play was when she went and was talking about that he was bisexual. I believe that was her best play. Now the only other play that I know that she could possibly do that she's hinted towards is that uh, he ended up having sex with a one dude, and he was having sex with her. Therefore, that's the reason why she's mentioning about her body and stuff, right? But like I say, I still got called cap on her on this too because she also mentioned that she was bisexual too. So if that be the case, if she's mentioning that um the things that Davin did, if you know, if he is bisexual, whatever, um, if that's her in go play of saying that, revealing that, and he done did something to her body, maybe he done gave her a STD or whatever, well, whatever the case may be, right? The same could be said about her too, as well, with her experiences too. So that's why I say that she really don't have a in go or in play. Then even if she do come up with a play, it's not going to be as big as she's trying to make it out to be. I just honestly believe it's not. I believe it's going to be something that's simple, but she's going to try to blow it out of proportion. She's going to be emotional. She's going to cry about it, so the audience could sympathize and empathize about it, and also the audience could have that aha moment, and that's it. But it's going to be something real simple, y'all, that she probably gonna come up with and make up. But I honestly believe she don't have no play. She don't have no end goal. I honestly believe that her end goal is what she's doing right now. Her end goal is for her to continue to keep this going so she could get the validation and notoriety that she wants. So she's gonna continue to use shame, guilt, insults, and also the need to be right. She's gonna continue to do that because nobody is not holding her accountable of that. And so like I'm in like I got like 22 minutes left for this video, but I don't want to spend all night reviewing this video. So I'm going to go ahead and get to my final point about this, okay? So my final point about this is the accountability part, all right? The reason why I made this to be my final point is because when I was on viewing Here for the Tea show last night, right? I had mentioned about her taking accountability for her actions and her behavior and stuff because that's where it boils down to, for her to take personal accountability for her actions and behavior, which she's not doing that. But however, I believe there was a person in the chat had rebutted that, and they rebuttal was this. They rebuttal was saying, well, Ellie is taking accountability for her actions is because she's taking accountability because she's being brave and she's exposing things that's coming out and she's speaking her truth. So I highly disagree with that. That is not taking accountability at all. Once again, that is not taking accountability at all. The reason why it's not taking accountability is because once again, it is her want that validation and notoriety. Now, truly taking accountability is this. Truly taking accountability is for her, first of all, is for her to stop jumping on these people panels. That's the first part of taking accountability. Stop jumping on these people panels and talking about your issues with this past relationship. That's the first part. The second part of taking accountability is stop going on your personal platform and talking about the relationship. That's the second part of taking accountability. The third part of taking accountability is for her to accept her role in this overall situation, accept it, learn from it, let it go, and move on. Move on and do whatever the hell that makes her happy, that brings her peace in this life. The final part of taking accountability is this, is to accept that no matter what, people are going to talk, including Dalvin and his family. People are going to talk. So the final part is not only understanding that, but also accepting that and not allowing that to trigger you to be right back into that space. That is taking accountability. No matter what they say about you, no matter how many indirect videos or lives that either he or his family do or other content creators do, it's not going to trigger you because you have finally took accountability and you're finally at peace with yourself and you don't care about what these people are talking about. It don't even matter to you no more. Because just like I say, none of these people do not care about your actual well-being. They don't care about your mental health. They don't care about none of that. All they care about is manipulating and controlling you to get content off of you. That's all they care about. That's all they care about. And so they're going to constantly trigger you. And this, once again, this from one content creator to another. Because I done seen it happen in these YouTube streets through my experience. From one content creator to another. They're going to continue to do that to you, Ellie, so they can get content out of you because they need you. They need you for content. So they're going to continue to do it over and over again to get a response out of you. And so, as long as you allow them to manipulate and control you like that and put you into that space where you feel like that you're the victim every single time, then guess who won? Not you, them, every single time. So you're gonna have to figure out and get this out of your head. This is the true reason why I've been doing these shows talking about Ellie or talking about you, Ellie. This is the true reason why I title my shows by playing the victim role. Is that you're gonna have to figure out how to stop playing the victim role finally. You're gonna have to figure out how to center yourself where you no longer see yourself as the victim. You're gonna have to figure out how to create some type of inner strength within yourself where it's not gonna matter anymore about these people talking about you. Because, like I say, from one content creator to another, and I'm being real with you. They is not going to stop because in their mind, you is dollar signs to them. You is money to them. It may not mean nothing to you, but it mean everything to them. And so they're not going to stop. As long as they can make money off of you, they're gonna continue to do things to trigger you. They're gonna continue to do indirect things to trigger you. They're gonna have commentary to trigger you. They're gonna want to trigger you to come up on their panels. So don't be surprised if people want to start emailing you even more to pull up on their panels and stuff. You know what I'm saying? And pretend that they really your friend, but they really not, and you don't know these people. So don't be surprised if they hitting you up on your IG, hitting you up on your email, and pretending that they care about you and they team, soulmate, and all this stuff there. Don't be surprised that that's happening to you, which I know it is. But the greatest advice that I could give to you is that at the end of the day, no people do not care about you. None of these people don't care about you. They don't. They don't care about your mental health. They don't care about your well being. They really don't. They really don't. So you're gonna have to figure that part out. You're gonna have to figure that part out. And once you figure that out, I guarantee that you would truly be at peace with yourself in this whole situation. And you're truly will get over the situation, even with Davin. And I also say this too, that at the end of the day, it was just a situationship that went wrong. The whole situation wasn't supposed to happen, but y'all allow it to happen that way. You took that chance, you took that risk, and it was just a horrible choice that you chose to do. And I'm just talking about you personally, Ellie, that it was a personal choice that you chose to do. And y'all agreed upon it. And it just didn't work out. So accept it, take the L on it, and truly go through your process of moving on. Because if not, if you can't move on from this, then I'm telling you, these people do not care about you. They're gonna keep on. I'm telling you, because I've seen it. I've seen these same people, right? Literally broke down people who used to be content creators, literally broke them down to a core. And now they all messed up in the head and all this stuff. Oh, hey, Regina, what's up? Salute. I haven't seen you in a while. Are you asking how she playing when she was lied to and he gave her a STD? Now I'm not quote unquote saying that she's playing or anything like that. I don't think I said that. What I'm saying is that in this situation, throughout this whole situation, she keep constantly playing the victim role. Yeah, but what I'm saying is that she keep playing the victim role and stuff, and that's what I'm talking about. Instead of her overall playing this victim role, she needs to understand that at the end of the day, at the end of the day, it's up to her to get over that and move on. Yeah, I am. I'm doing videos about her and Davin. Yeah, I'm doing videos about her and Davin. But yeah, but that's what I'm talking about. Mm. Oh no, I'm not dropping a link. I don't drop links no more unless my shows is. I don't drop links or do panels and anything like that on my platform no more unless my shows are centered around talking about a actual intellectual conversation where we're talking about that. But this particular show, no, I'm not dropping no links or anything like that. But yeah, other than that, that's what I've been talking about. That's what I'm talking about. And you're saying I'm immaturely passing judgment. Um, I'm not immaturely passing judgment, but am I passing judgment on her and Dalvin? Absolutely, I am. Immaturely, no, I'm not. I'm only doing what everybody else is doing, just giving their perspective about it and just calling it how the way they interpret it. That's all I'm doing. So immaturely, no. Passing judgment, yeah, I am. No different from what everybody else is doing. But my commentary is slightly different, because at the end of the day, my commentary is calling for accountability. But my commentary is a calling for accountability. It's not me just trying to clap them. Yeah, that's cool. If you disagree with it, that's fine. But like I say, that's my perspective about it because from my perspective, that is absolutely what she's doing due to her behavior, due to what she's doing. That she constantly trying to play the victim role instead of taking her personal accountability and moving on from the situation and stop allowing people to manipulate her and control her and put her into these situations that she feel like she have to play the victim role. You know. But yeah. Yeah, and that's the reason why also, Regina, that I'm talking about this as well too, because I do imagine if this was my daughter and she was going through this situation, guess what? Even if this was my daughter and she was literally having this conversation with me and she was going through the situation, guess what I do? I tell her the same exact thing. I'll be bluntly honest with her and tell her. I'll give her advice how the way to move through this situation like I'm doing right now. Because technically that's what I'm really doing. Giving her advice about how to move through the situation. And I believe that that's what Ellie really needs is for people just to be brutally honest with her. Call her out for her role in this. Now keep in mind, now I don't know if you want been listening to me since the beginning or been watching my other videos. So I'm not sure, but this is not only just for Ellie, but I've been calling out Davin as well too. But the reason why my videos been more geared towards Ellie because Ellie have been reacting to it more than Davin. All Davin been doing is doing a lot of indirect stuff, but Ellie is the one who keep being triggered to come out and have this alleged coming out party and tell people that she's free from whatever it is that she was trapped from. She's doing it. Oh yeah, you cool though, Regina. I understood what you were saying. You good. You good. Mm, But yeah, you good. But that's the reason why I've been doing these videos. Then also the reason why I've been doing these videos because it's tied into my main point that I've been talking about, which is dealing with the behavior of modern day women and beta males, beta men. But yeah, well, good questions, Regina. Appreciate you asking. Good questions. Yeah, if you have any other questions in the chat, then I'll address them to you real quick. Then after that, we'll call it a night because I gotta get up early in the morning. So I mean, I gotta go night early. Mm. All right. Well, other than that, y'all, once again, appreciate y'all tuning into this podcast tonight. Um, like I said before, and I said again about this situation. The only way Ellie is going to get out of this is she finally get out of this victim mentality and see the overall bigger picture is really what's going on. You know what I'm saying? The only way she could get free from this, that she got free herself from this. She got free her mind from this. She got to want to evolve and mature and see what it really is. Because if she don't, then she's never going to be free. So other than that, y'all, once again, appreciate y'all tuning in. Hope y'all got out of whatever I was commentating about. Hope you got a perspective about it. You know what I'm saying? Whether you agree with it or disagree with it, whatever the case may be. Because at the end of the day, it is what it is.